Haley Garage Gun Guy here. I'm going to talk a little bit about something different today. Has to do with firearms, but about hunting since it's hunting season here in Texas and uh, probably where you're at. It's hunting season or fixing to be or almost at the end in some places. And what we're going to talk about is shot placement today. There's all kinds of myths out there, shoot 'em here, shoot 'em there, and I've always heard most of my life the people that do, the shoot 'em behind the leg shot, and most everybody's shooting them high in the back, and they say, well, I missed. They didn't miss. I've checked their guns and I've helped them shoot, and they didn't miss. They're shooting the animal too far to the back. It's just like a defensive shooting. You're looking for the upper thoracic cavity is what you're trying to do. You're either turning off the hydraulic pump or turning off the computer in the T-box shot. Same thing with a deer. If you contact in here and damage the spine, it's lights out right then. There's nothing wrong with a shoulder shot. That's a good thing. Somewhere in the point of the wither, down into the center of the shoulder blade, that's perfect shot. The behind the shoulder shot, that works fine. In some places, if you're out in a big open country, that there's nothing wrong with it at all. Those deer, sometimes they do drop, and a lot of times when they do, it's usually a fragment of the shell has made contact with the spine. They become incapacitated, and they're down. And they're just like in a self-defense shooting. At some point, if you punch through and some of that bullet picks up part of the spine, it's lights out, because it's just like a human. If they have the will to live, you could shoot somebody on the operating table. If they have the will to live, it might be a mortal wound that they couldn't save them on the operating table, but they could still go for just a short period of time. And it's the same thing with a deer and other animal. You have to make, and we're not talking varmint killing here, because they're pretty easy killed with a 22. I have a friend that he shoots what's it look like, prairie dogs. He shoots them with a 300 Win Mag. He wastes a lot of gunpowder and recoil, and wear on a really fine handmade custom rifle to shoot groundhogs with. That's a lot of heat on a gun. Or not groundhogs, but anyway, the little ground squirrels everybody goes to hunt, prairie dogs. Anyhow, the main thing when you pick a spot to shoot for your deer, you need to pick center and high in the neck. If it's a deer you're not worried about mounting, somewhere in the ear, and then somewhere in the shoulder shot. Anywhere in there is good. If you shoot them behind the leg, that's fine. Just to understand, when you squeeze the trigger, they're gonna run. Once in a blue moon, they fall where they're at. But you shoot them behind the leg, you're gonna have to go find them. Where we're at, and I would take a video out here in West Texas. This brush country out here just too heavy, and a deer can walk off 10 yards and lay down, and they mix in so well with this prairie grass and mesquite and shenry, as they call it. You're not going to find it. You could almost walk on top of the deer, and that's how they live so well out here. They just blend in with the cover so well. God made them that way. It's natural camouflage, and you got to pick your shots, pick them well. Keep your guns zeroed, stay safe. Come back and see me.